Reptiles. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Riley. If you're old subscribers, welcome back. We're gonna check out some stuff.
Who are you? What the hell are you doing in my snake room?
I'm Riley. I have a beard and I like snakes. And I like the giants. Sea snakes?
Get out.
I've been found. Happy Halloween!
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Riley. For those of you who are new, thank you for joining me. For my long-term subscribers, thanks for hanging out and tuning in again. This week we're going to talk a little bit about where I'm at in breeding season prep with the winter coming. And for those of you who are sort of following along on my timeline, maybe it's your first season breeding and you're sort of looking to follow somebody else's footsteps. If you follow this channel, then maybe you can sort of coincide your season with this, and hopefully this will help. And if you stay tuned to the end, I've got some good news, updates on Smokey, the black-tailed Crebo, and a little bit of an intro to the newest member of the collection here. So stay tuned and don't go anywhere. Let's dive in. So first of all, it's finally getting cool. This is kind of where the room is sitting at right now. A little bit cooler than I would have it running most of the year, but with evenings dropping into the 40s and days not getting below or above 80, it's starting to get cool and the animals are starting to feel it. And I let my room cycle a little bit so everybody gets a little bit of that influence going on. So if you are in the West Coast, you probably have a little bit of a similar weather pattern to what I've got going on, but realistically everybody here in the States is starting to feel this cool cold front coming in. So these animals are starting to hunker down, behave a little bit different. Females are really starting to resource guard and hold on to food, and they're acting very, very hungry. So I'm feeding up all the adults right now, getting them a bunch of food in right before things really get cold. And usually around Halloween or the first rain is when I'm going to start dropping those temperatures to allow for some more nighttime cooling, and they will really start to behave differently. So if you're sort of replicating this timeline and doing a little bit of temp cycling along with your feed cycling, now is a good time to finish up feeding, get them cleared out, emptied and digested of all the fat and food that they might have, and then really get ready to shut them down. So coming soon, it's going to be really cold, which is nice because in Santa Barbara, I didn't get good seasons here. I don't even have to try. So with any luck, we'll get another clutch from my Xanthic Coastal girl who produced last year. She's deep in shed right now. She's put the weight back on phenomenally from last season. Hopefully the Madagascar Giants are looking good to go. They're showing all the right signs. And my albino Darwin girl has had another year to mature. She was breeding last year, but didn't really produce anything, and she's done nothing but put on weight. So looking good. We've got our tried and true Azteca jungle here, and if all goes well, I'll give her another shot at maternally incubating. In fact, any clutches, if I get any good clutches with females beehiving around those eggs nicely, I'm going to let them maternally incubate, but you know I've got that incubator prepped and ready just in case. So we're going to go for a second pair of jungles. This girl is a Nick Mutton production from my buddy Travis. He got her to produce a few seasons and they weren't the greatest clutches, so we're going to try change some variables and see what happens. So that'll be two jungle pairs. Got the Citrus Tiger Girl from Eric Burke, doing really, really well here, putting on a ton of food, and she should be good to go. I just posted, I'll put a photo of him here, her potential suitor, the striped possible super caramel albino male that I have. And then, if I can find somewhere cool enough, I'm going to try breeding some Brettles. You can't see because I don't really have lights in these cages, but I'm going to give my Bredli the first go around this year. They're plenty big and mature, so I may end up using an enclosure in the living room to kind of cycle them, because I can let that room get cold overnight for the winter and then just bring them back up to some warmer temps during the day a lot easier. So we might try that, but we will see. It does get cool enough in here into the low 60s if I let it, so maybe being on the bottom cage will help, but time will tell. So that's this stack. Got some Papuans going. Another pair of Papuans. What else? Gonna maybe go for some more zebras, so that'll be cool. If I make any super zebras, I'll probably be letting those go because I've got my pair of them up here, so I don't need any more. But that will be sweet. So I should have my hands full. Again, another rainbow litter. If I'm lucky, black-tailed Crebos, we'll see. Speaking of which, why don't we go take a look at Smokey? We'll just get right into that because I've been talking too much. We haven't seen any snakes. So, here she is. She just had a good shed yesterday. And let's see if we can, there's a good shot. So you can clearly see, oh, come on, you're getting too big for this. You can see where that bite wound was. The big laceration, the swelling's gone down, the tissue's nice and healthy. She hasn't seemed bothered by it. She's actually been eating, which is great. But otherwise, she's healing very fast. It's been about 2 weeks since the accident, and I don't know. So I'm thinking what's going to happen is I'm going to keep letting them get nice and cold, give them another meal here, and then maybe in a few weeks' time, get her back into her natural enclosure with the nice fluffy bedding and stuff right now while the wounds are still open. I'm trying to just keep it clean. So she's living in the quarantine enclosure, just kind of keeping everything nice and clean, but she's doing really well. 2 weeks after, she's just a champ. So what we're going to do is just keep a close eye on her and still go for breeding, assuming all things go well. So yeah, we'll see. She scared the crap out of me, so I'm just glad she's alive and well. I don't want anything else to happen to her, so if this season doesn't work out, I'm not going to feel too bad. So anyway, that's life with breeding. So now if you've made it this far, let's take a look at the newest member of my family here, because I'm officially sold out of all my snakes. It's my 4th season in a row selling out of everything I've produced, which, side tangent, you should always strive to produce what you can sell. You don't want to be left over with a ton of stuff. You know, a few things lingering around at the end of a season into the next season, no big deal. But you really want to produce an efficient number for what you can handle and what you can put out. Overproduction is never good. So that's my little sidebar soapbox. So let's get this girl back home so she can chill out. She's going to get another meal today. And then let's see the newest member of the family. Can anybody guess what it is? Comment below if you can guess what this new snake is. I'll give you some time. You get your comments in? Yeah? You sure? No cheating. Honor system here. Alright. Putting her away and we're going to see if you were right. Here she is. How many of you guessed that I picked up another carpet python? How many of you guessed it would be a Papuan carpet python? And how many of you guessed that I finally revamped my granite projects? Because I've had granites in the past, but they weren't pure, and I told myself that I would rebuild this project with good quality outcrossed blood from reputable breeders, and I knew exactly who to hit up, so I called, or messaged rather, because a phone call would have taken a long time. I messaged Nick Mutton and said, I want this female that's on your site. Is she still available? And he said yes. And that was more or less it. So this right here is a 2020 female, 50% outcrossed, I believe, pure Papuan granite carpet python. She's fantastic. I'm really, really stoked. So, looking forward to getting her established in the collection here. She's settling into quarantine nicely. And, yeah. She's got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. There's a lot of cool males I can kind of pair this project in. Got quite a good diverse group of Papuans, so it'll be neat to see. some variety in the granite gene. So I will probably be adding a male, either visual or a het down the line too, just to build that project up a little bit. But granites are back, so I'm really stoked. You know, Nick has good quality. You know, he's got the lineage with all his animals, so. And if any of you here aren't familiar with this mutation, this is a simple recessive mutation in Papuan carpets. And when it was originally stumbled upon, it was heavily mass-produced and inbred, resulting in some serious fertility issues, health issues, a lot of things like that. So when I mentioned earlier that I believe this animal is at least 50% outcrossed, I would have to double check the records. That means that Nick has done the work to strengthen the lines of the animals that contain granite blood and just outcross them with unrelated animals to really just dilute that, you know, kind of over-concentrated granite blood. So you still get the mutation in there, but it's not as inbred, so resulting in stronger, healthy, you know, animals carrying this genotype and phenotype. So yep, that's the way to do it. Strong and viable. So anyway, this is the new girl. Help me come up with a name for her. Comment below. Let me know if you have good names for a female granite. Anyway, love, peace, and chicken grease. See y'all next week. Take care. Stay warm because it's getting cold out there. And we'll talk some more breeding soon. Cheers. Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe below. Later.